We rijden door Tbilisi en het is een hele mooie dag. Machi zit achter het stuur en Frank is in de back. We zijn vandaag de gast in het appartement van Frank van Tongeren en Machi Muto in Tbilisi en we gaan met hem praten over hun leven met elkaar en hun leven als dansers. Goedemorgen.
So I was born in Haarlem and I started dancing when I was 8 at the Haarlemse Ballet School. And then I auditioned for the school in Amsterdam.
The National
Ballet Academy. And I was there until I was 15. And then I moved to the Royal Conservatoire in The Hague.
Okay, and Machi, you are from a completely different side of the world.
Yes.
You're from Japan.
From Japan, yes.
Can you tell me about your education?
Well, I started ballet in Japan, where I'm from, Fukuoka, just in a private ballet school. And when I was 14, I was thinking maybe I want to study a real education, like proper ballet education. So I decided to go to English National Ballet School in London, and so that's where I studied for 3 years. But then the last year of my school I was injured, so I was not able to do audition for the professional company, so I decided to move to Amsterdam, the National Ballet School. So that I studied there for a year.
Wow.
Yes.
But you left your family when you were 14 to go to England.
I auditioned when I was 14, and then I started to study when I was 15.
Wow, it's very young.
Yes.
Of course, Holland is so different than Japan.
Yes.
So what did you have kind of adventures there?
First, I was shocked. It's such a completely opposite culture. Everything is so open, and but I was so amazed by how people open with everybody. Everybody's very friendly, and looks like everybody's really focused on their path and really doing their things. Because in Japan, we tend to do something similar to the others, or like copy somebody.
So we met in 2008.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, almost 10 years ago. Yeah. So at the master classes in Prague.
Oh, in Prague. You didn't meet in Amsterdam.
No,
No,
we didn't meet in
actually,
Amsterdam.
before-
We met in Prague.
1 year before
Yeah.
I go to Amsterdam.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were there. I mean, I went there with my cousin. And,
Who is a dancer too?
Who's a dancer too, but was studying in Paris. So we would, always get together in the summer and do some summer course, or it was actually my cousin who pointed Machi out. So, yeah. But he said to me, he was like, "Hey, Frank, So and then so we met in Prague, and I think only towards the end of the summer school or master classes we started to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
It was just only the beginning to kind of get together. Also, Machi, of course, was very, very careful, strange guy, trying to start the conversation, and something happened towards the end, and then, of course, it was, obvious. She's going back to London, where she was studying. I was going back to The Hague to do 1 more year, right? Yeah. And then when I came back, I started sharing an apartment with a Japanese dancer in the Royal Conservatoire. And
it's all coincidence, no?
Yeah. So and he had met a girl in Japan that summer that was studying in the English National Ballet School, and they kind of got together. So he showed me, the pictures, and then Machi
She was
popped
my
up on the pictures. Yeah.
friend, like kind of best friend in that time in the school.
Yeah.
So that was like, wow.
It's amazing. And then you moved to Amsterdam
Yes.
because of Frank.
Well, yeah, I mean, he...
Or because of the good school.
No, he suggested me to come, so...
Yeah. He gave you the idea, maybe Amsterdam National Ballet School is something for you.
Mm-hmm.
So he inspired you. Wow, that's fantastic. Well, you both danced in the Norwegian National Ballet.
Yeah.
And that must have been, to start your career is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But then you both decided to go to Hong Kong Ballet. And why did you decide already quite early in your career to go then to Hong Kong?
Because I was working, I wasn't having full contract. I was replacing for the people who's having the permanent contract. So I was only doing production with production. So the time the director also changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it was not very easy for me to stay. So we decided to audition together.
Yeah. We were there for 3 years, and in the
was
third
nice,
year,
yeah.
of course, it was great. And then in the third year, we felt, we need to make a change, and that was when Nina Ananashvili, who's directress here at the State Ballet of Georgia, came to set Dokshot in Hong Kong.
Okay.
So we worked with her, and we enjoyed working with her, and we stayed in touch. And then, of course, she didn't want to take any dancers away from where she was working with, so she never really. Well, we just had, a good connection, but she didn't necessarily suggest anything. We just, had the card and the information. But then I actually contacted and asked, like, are they actually interested? And then she said, yes, of course, we were interested, but you have to talk with Madeleine, who was our directress at that time, there. And then we came here without knowing anything of Georgia, actually. It was just like...
Just you came for Nina, in fact. Then.
Yeah, we knew Nina and her team, and then we thought maybe it's also interesting once to not just choose for a company that we might have heard of or a location that we know, but just for the people that we're working with. Yeah.
Well, Machi, in the meantime, you both got married. I mean, coming from Japan, being from Holland, how did your family react on having all of a sudden somebody from all the way from the other side of the world asking for your hand?
Well, the beginning, it was okay. I was afraid to tell my parents, but of course my mom understood, and my mom was so afraid to tell my dad as well. But he's a very open person, and when we talked, he was very nicely accepting Frank, and he actually felt comfortable with. And I also have a grandmother, and she's a very traditional Japanese person, and at the beginning, until she would actually meet Frank, it was very tense.
Okay.
She didn't want to accept it. But once he came to Japan, she saw Frank, and then she felt very comfortable, and he's very honest, and she can feel even though she cannot communicate well, so everything was so fine.
Wow,
Yeah.
so it really was some kind of thing to really prove that you should be together, like a grandmother, of course.
Yes.
What is the difference between, for example, the Norwegian ballet or Hong Kong ballet and the way you work here in the state ballet?
Norwegian National Ballet didn't really have any hierarchy either when we were there. I think now they put back some ranking, but they didn't have it at that time. Which had both, I think. Of course, everything has disadvantages and advantages.
So no ranking in as soloist, choreo ballet, first soloist.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Hong Kong ballet, we did have that, but at the same time, we had like the most tiniest changing room where everybody was.
Oh yeah, like a mix of people.
Everybody was always like for the guys we couldn't even fit. If we would all be there at the same time, so also we cannot fit there. Yeah, it was very very small. Only when we had performances we would get our changing room, but otherwise, especially the guys, was like 3 times this table or something for all the guys. So you cannot
Hong
change.
Kong ballet is a very famous company.
Yeah. It's just because they don't have their own facilities, so they have to rent the cultural center. They have big studios in the cultural center, but they have to rent them, so it's also very difficult if you want to do extra work. That is not possible because time is time, you know.
Yeah.
In Hong Kong, very much like in Japan, also time is time. It's when some rehearsal's done, empty studio, and here it's the opposite. There's no, it's still both, you know, it has both. Here, there's not really any scheduling in that sense, so you can use the studio whenever you like.
But the theater is also the
theater
is from the theater.
Yeah, it has really its own theater. Just renovated theater here actually. But yeah, we started working here from the beginning as soloists, and then that's why we have like our own dressing room, like with only 2 other dancers. So you're very, in a way, very separate from the rest of the company. Very comfortable, but at the same time, not as much mixing.
Yeah, so with some people we don't even know because we don't really see them.
Because it's a big company, no?
Yeah, it's a big company, so it's over 70 dancers, I think.
So here also in Georgia, you work with a private coach for you. But how do they choose you? Because you come as a foreigner, you did your audition and you come to class. Then there's every coach sitting there at the table and they say, I want to have Machi, I want to have Frank. How did that work?
Well, I think
it's mostly, I think it's up to Nina as well.
Up to Nina, and also sometimes we also work with different coach depends on the repertoire
Yeah.
as well. Because
Yeah.
the
Changes with the
person
repertoire.
knows well about this ballet better than the other.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly the Georgian dancers that really have their coach.
Since
That's
they were,
always been, yeah, since they came in the company.
I don't know if you want to talk about this, but you both decided to leave as a steady dancer, Georgian State Ballet.
Yeah.
After you did Nutcracker with the Dutch Dance Division in Den Haag
Yeah.
with us. So what made you decide to do that? It's a big step, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
It has to do with wanting to have more freedom to explore different, like we have no regrets whatsoever working here, and I think it's wonderful working here. But you're always, you're always dependent upon what they schedule for a whole season, and so it's very difficult to do anything else, any other project.
Well, thank you for having us over.
Thank
And you both have beautiful talent. I wish you all the best in the future. Together, lots of happiness, and see you in Den Haag.
Yes. See you
Yes,
soon.
we're looking forward.